Okay, I'm recording. Recording this JAD, yes, JAD.
JAD? Jade. JAD.
It's an A, JAD.
JAD.
JAD podcast.
JAD podcast.
There are no health packs, are there?
There's no facts.
There's no health packs? You fuck.
No. Oh, you thought, huh? You thought.
So how's the life been lately for everyone?
Pussy.
What?
Pretty difficult right now.
Do you feel your little toe a bit cold? Do you want to feel the pain of my arrow going into your bum hole?
The fuck are you saying, Jet?
No. Okay. Alright.
There you go.
It really do be like that a lot of the times. A little bit too much of the times.
What? What are you saying?
I'm saying I got my ass eaten by an
My
Asian
hunger.
girl.
No, I will never eat guy's ass.
Bet.
This is on the podcast. I just want you to know that I'm recording all of
I
it.
just want to let people know I will never eat a guy's ass.
Why,
I just want
Jet?
to let people know that's a lie.
Like, why would I eat a guy's ass? Because, I mean, I'm not gay. It's not my
It's
interest.
not gay if you eat a guy's ass and you say no homo.
It's not
No!
good. That sucks on.
No, fuck off. Like, there's no logic in this. I hate it. You sure want to go this way, huh? You sure want to go this way?
Just saying. Anyone want to talk about anything? I feel like I started recording this podcast like right after we ran out of ideas to talk about.
Oh, like, what should we talk about?
I don't know. Someone throw something out.
What? I'm getting destroyed by hair right now.
What the hell are you talking about? You have twice as many points as me. You win once more, and then you win like it all.
Oh yeah, that's
You
true.
win all the marbles, all the best.
Ooh, you know what we should talk about?
What?
Marvel movies.
Marvel
Marvel
movies?
movies.
Yeah, I feel like we all seen plenty of them, right?
Yeah, 100%. Wait, okay.
Like-
Which one do you want to talk about first? Are we talking about the
We can
the
talk about it in
nominated
general.
one?
Oh my god! If we're talking about the nominated one, I can rant about like.
Do you want
Wow.
to have a mini rant and then we'll transition to a different movie?
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to start about it. Like I want to hear you guys' opinion
Okay,
first because I
look,
oh my god.
Look, Black Panther being nominated for best motion picture? No, I'm sorry. Like I'm not as mad as you are, but
Uh-huh.
but I am definitely not happy about it. Like if it was Infinity War, fine. I can agree with that. But I can't agree with Black Panther. It's boring. It's absolutely boring. And the only reason it's
Oh.
super popular is because
No.
of quote unquote diversity, even though the whole cast is all black.
I know. There's like no diversity.
What about Bucky?
Except
What?
Bucky.
No, and there's like another like American dude, just like
Yeah,
Asian.
okay, but that
useless.
doesn't change my point that like
Yeah, I know, no.
it isn't that diverse. It's like what 100 black people and like 2 fucking white people.
Oh my god.
What are your thoughts, Aaron? Like,
I mean, I like the movie. It was, entertaining.
yeah, but do you think it's worth Best Picture for like the
No.
Oscars? Why?
No, definitely not. Why? Because it's just like it's just the whole diversity thing. Just because support the black people, and it's like that's okay and all, but like that's not enough for critics to have that just solely the reason why a movie gets Best Picture.
Okay,
you know,
go
gotta
Jet. Go
analyze
for
too.
it. Go for it.
Oh my fucking god, I hate Black Panther so fucking much. The movie is so uninspired. There's nothing special about this movie, and I don't understand why people even like it in the first place. It's just everyone is so happy about like, oh, Rotten Tomato is like 100% like rate, and just one person made it to a 99%, and everyone hate that person. I wish I could be that one person that like make it to a 99% because I hate this film so much. It's totally uninspired and it doesn't deserve what it's getting right now. Especially there's so many better like superhero films out there, like fucking The Dark Knight. Oh my god, that film didn't win best. Like that film could, I believe it can win Best Picture. It deserves it.
I mean, for this year's, like not this year's, but you know
Like
the
you know, like just in like superhero films, like all these, there are so many much better films out there.
Okay, but for
And
this year, which if you had to put one in best motion picture, which one would it be?
like superhero films,
Yeah.
like it's probably just gonna be like Infinity War. Like I mean, there's not much out there this year.
Okay, I agree with Finway just because like it felt like it felt like the
It's like
Star Wars of its time, if that makes sense. You know, like the whole Darth Vader, I'm your father twist was such a big thing for back then. That's the same like twist right there. Like we all expected them to win and they lost.
you know, like I just don't understand like how why would you ever put this like now I think about it, I understand why would they nominate it just to get views. Like me, like I want to see it just so like I can make sure that it doesn't win. But like that's so sad. Like that's your way to watch, like to make sure to watch like make people to watch Oscars now.
I mean, okay, fine. What is your favorite Marvel film then?
Marvel film? Oh my god. This is hard because I really don't have one that I really like.
If you had to
Do you
choose.
count like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. That is definitely my favorite Marvel.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Oh yeah. Oh, if I'm going to nominate Best Picture for a superhero, Spider-Man this year.
Which Spider-Man?
Like this year's Spider-Man. Like I'll be fine if that got nominated for Best Picture. I mean, it's going to win Best Animation anyway. So.
No, I agree. It was really beautifully animated movie. Such a powerful story. Have you watched Into the Spider-Verse?
We saw it in Spanish. It was ass.
How was that experience?
Wait, how did you saw it in Spanish?
I was in Mexico at the time.
Oof.
Um,
So
in
that ruined
summer.
the movie for you?
I mean, there was no what's it called, no subtitles, but what's it called?
Dub?
Yeah, I was dubbed. So
I mean, okay, how
um,
was that experience? Like, did you get did you understand the movie or did it just feel like empty?
no, I understood it, but it felt weird. Like some like obviously a lot of the jokes were lost in translation, and like some of the references not everyone would get, as you know, like ever like I'm pretty sure at this point, you know, with uh like how global everything is.
I'm just kind of sick of Marvel movies. No, not just Marvel, like superhero films in general. Like they just don't interest me that much now.
I think they could interest people if they just like tried to push it a little bit farther than their like general formula. Like I think some movies have tried, but they're still too scared to fully take that step.
No, like to me, they're just too tame. It's just they're always taking the safe route. Like okay, like none of the Marvel movies, like okay, there are some Marvel movies are taking like risk, like Thor, the third one. That is a huge risk. Guardians, the first one is like no one ever thought about it. And then what's the another one? Logan. Like that's a really dark, serious tone Marvel film.
Deadpool.
Yeah, like these I like because they're like taking like risks and like they're trying to make something different. But like like what do you call 'em? Like freaking Ant Man. Like those are boring as hell.
Ant-Man and the
Especially,
Wasp was really boring.
it was bad. I'll say it's bad. But Ant Man was going to be good. It was going to be a great film, but they Marvel fucked it.
All right, my question is, why do you guys think Ant Man was bad?
It was safe. It was just
Okay,
uninspired.
Ant-Man and the Wasp. I don't think like okay. It's I'm not saying it's horrible or any of that. I'm just saying that it just felt boring. It felt like I knew what was gonna happen, and they could have had like a like that story for Ant-Man and the Wasp could have had like this whole emotional impact with like making a choice between the mother and Ghost, but then they copped out.
To me, it's just like there's nothing special about it. It's just so predictable. You can see every decision way ahead of the movie, and there's literally a dick joke. There's literally a dick measure joke.
You know
Like,
what my favorite part of that movie was when it ended and we saw the post credit scene and you know this story already, Aaron, but like this guy after the post credit scene was just screamed in the theaters, "Fuck you, Thanos!" It was fucking great.
uh, yeah. I wonder what's going to happen. I might watch it. I'm probably going to theaters anyway.
I think for the next generation of Marvel films, I feel like they're trying to be a little more. What's the right word? Exploratory.
Adventure.
Ooh, I don't know. Like the new chapter for the next stage is basically Captain Marvel, right?
I mean, they kind of have to be. I mean, the most of the
It's
original
just
Avengers are just out.
to me, I'm really not looking forward for this new Captain Marvel film.
Why not?
Like I think it looks from the trailer, it looks pretty ass. Like especially the casting, she doesn't feel like really powerful. Like like just her face. She feels like a really nice girl, but it just doesn't like feel like a superhero
My
look.
brain is horrible. I thought you were about to say she isn't as thick as she is in the comics.
What the fuck? No. So like I remember like saw like art from the comic and Captain Marvel looks really really confident and then like she's just from her face like from her character design she looks really really tough. But when I look at this actress and I just feel like even I can beat her ass. I just
That
don't feel
sounds
like that's
horrible. That sounds
like no
horrible, and I
no
recorded that.
no it just doesn't give me like a really strong vibe. I mean,
I
and the character should be like super strong, confident, and maybe a little bit cocky even. But she just doesn't give me any of that presence.
I'm kind of excited
Uh,
for the Samuel L. Jackson, like Nick Fury, like younger Nick
Yeah,
Fury.
oh, he is like perfectly casted. I feel like so far all the characters are just basically perfectly casted from Marvel is so lucky
I
to
mean, like
get
you can't see Iron Man without seeing Robbie Downey Jr.
exactly like and Tom Holland. He's basically to me is like the perfect cast for Spider-Man.
Some people still say Tobey Maguire is the best. I agree that Tom Holland is the best, but like some people are still adamant that Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire is good, but I just don't.
the
He's
third movie ruined it.
no, he
No,
looks too,
he,
he looks too dorky. He doesn't look
he
like
looks like he's 20 and he's trying to be 15.
yeah. The teacher in the first movie looks younger than all the students. Oh god.
Just Toby looks too old. Like even if you consider like when they recorded the movie, he just looked way
But
too
he
old to
just
be a teenager.
he is so dorky in those movies, and I just
That dancing scene though, that
oh.
dancing scene in Spider-Man 3, best
That's
scene.
sexy. That's some sexy shit right there.
I'd fuck Toby Maguire. No kidding.
Oh, I gotta show the audience I'm edgy. I'm gonna face the mirror and put down my hair. Ooh, yeah. Like, oh my god.
I mean,
But Yeah,
Sam
go ahead.
Raimi wanted to do a fourth one to kind of like salvage after the third one.
I honestly can't blame Sam Raimi because he did such a good job on the first two film, and then, okay, he didn't want Venom. The
No, yeah,
studio
they made him
said,
they made him do Venom,
and then it's basically the studio fucked this movie over.
but he wanted to try to do a fourth one to like like fix the mistakes, but
Yeah,
it was the reason he quit, if I remember correctly, was he wanted to make a story, but it needed a certain amount of time, and they were
yeah.
like, yeah, no, you have to make it like this time, and they was like, you know what, fuck you, I'm out.
Hollywood sacrificing artistic integrity for money. Yay.
I mean, one of the reasons why like it's weird that Infinity War might be 3 hours is because the reasoning you want it for to be 2.5 hours is because you can fit more time slots in the movie theaters to watch it. So for it to
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
3 hours, that would be pretty shocking.
I kind of feel like they have to make it 3 hours now. It's just too many characters.
Yeah, the culmination of like, you know,
I think Infinity War is kind of genius because they didn't give like each character individual scenes. They just make them a group. Like they separate them as groups and then they just give scenes for each group. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, 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 and then they all have like if you look even deeper into it, they all have like a different color grade over them.
Yeah. But if they go the dumb route, like fucking they give each character a scene, the movie will be like 4 hours long.
I mean, that's the whole point of the MCU. Like, you don't have to give every character a scene because they already have their
Yeah.
movie. Yeah.
So basically, if you're not a fan, this movie's not going to do anything for you.
And, they probably made the best option of making Thanos the hero, you know?
Not a hero, like the
Well,
main
the main
character.
protagonist. But, like, in a
He's
sense,
not a he's not really the protagonist. He's like the antagonist.
no,
But like we don't he's the main antagonist, but we don't
he's
have
the
a
main
main
character.
protagonist. Yeah. Which I like. I'm glad that he won. I'm glad that he murdered half of the entire universe creatures.
I mean, he fucked up. I don't know if you heard, but like he
Hmm.
also killed half of the like livestock and plants in the world, so he pretty much killed half the resources.
Did he?
Yeah, it's confirmed by Kevin Feige.
Same problem, just at a smaller scale.
It's like he literally did nothing.
What a waste of time. What a waste of effort. It's like, oh, I'm going to spend all these years collecting stones. I was wondering, like, why don't he just, at the beginning, like, why don't he just go collect the stones by himself, like, since the beginning?
I think one of the major reasons that like there's a lot of theories about it, but like there's Odin, there's like a very powerful figures throughout the MCU before, and they kind of
Yeah.
died. Like they a lot of powerful figures, powerful beings died
Yeah,
during
like,
the MCU. So it's like I think that gave him a perfect time to like swoop in and be like, "Oh, I'm taking these stones. Fuck y'all niggas."
wait, besides Odin, like, who else is, like, super strong?
Okay, there was a theory about it, and I don't remember who made this theory or something, but like they listed off a bunch of people. And
No, they just happen to all die.
it was just like the perfect timing, type of thing.
Hmm.
Especially Odin, like, oof, I'm pretty sure Odin would kill some ass.
Now we talk about Marvel, I just can't stop thinking about DC. Like why are they fucking themselves so hard right now?
Okay, Aaron, you believe in stuff like the Flash and stuff, so not believe, but you know what I mean. Like
I
you
delve more deep into DC than
yeah,
I do
yeah.
Marvel.
How do you feel about DC just not being good?
Successful.
It's okay, I guess. I mean, Marvel's like figured it out. They've got their formula, and like they got their people too as well. Like Kevin Feige, the like ensuring that like the movies won't be total screw ups. Or at least like do decently. Like they're always profit. While DC's like I'm pretty sure it also has to do with the fact that in the timeline wise, Marvel has been like more consistent. Like if they kill off someone, they like won't bring them back, or they'll bring them back subtly. Not like all of a sudden, like Wolverine. He's been dead for like a couple years now. The main Spider Man, he's been gone. It's just Miles Morales now. While DC, I think it has done like I think 4 restarts. So there's like a lot of different content to cover, and there's a lot of like the fan base is like split as to what, but yeah, I feel like it's just like the Marvel's like a lot more easier to cover than DC.
I mean, do you think there's any right way to cover DC?
I think I think they just have to start out by just like solidifying like a certain like timeline and like not restarting it for like at least a solid not like 10 years. Just like give it give
I,
it
I
time to
I mean,
build
there's
up.
also the option of like the movies to take their own path, their own universe. You know, make
I
their
just feel like they should make it good. Like the movies are just bad. Like freaking BVS, Suicide Squad, even Man of Steel. Like I think they're just bad. They're just s- bad
to
movies in
give
general.
Suicide Squad like a slight pass, but even then, I do agree it's not like a really good movie. I found it entertaining enough to sit down and watch. It wasn't Black Panther where I got
Oh,
bored.
I was agonizing sometimes during BVS. Like the motivation of each character makes no sense. Especially Batman. Why does Batman want to kill Superman so badly? He doesn't really have a reason.
He does have a reason though.
Like in the
I
comics, like it's really like fleshed out, but in the movie, it's just so confusing.
I was talking about Suicide Squad. How did we get a Batman versus Superman? What the fuck?
We're kind of like jumping between movies.
I never watched Batman versus Superman because from the second like I heard about it, I was like, there, it's not gonna come out right.
Yeah, I read the comics just for the like just for this movie because everyone says like the comics are great, and I agree. It's like it's really good.
Did you
But
watch like or did you read the one where it's like really old Batman
yeah,
and the really old Superman, and like the way
yeah,
he actually defeats Superman is like he gets Green Arrow to shoot like an arrow of kryptonite.
yeah. It's
Yeah, that
like
was
that was like the one of the best Batman issues, right?
yeah.
And then I read is like, oh, like there's so many things that is thought out. Like they give correct motivations. Like you trust these characters, believes these characters are real. But when you step into the movie, like why does why does Batman hate Superman so much? Like why does he really want to kill him?
It's the same reason as to why in the comics, but I think the reason you're probably like not happy with it is probably because Batman never got like his fully fleshed out, like at least the Ben Affleck,
Yeah,
he never got like fully fleshed out. So it's like when you watch the movie, you're like expected to know, like or at least a good chunk of like Batman history, which
exactly.
not everyone.
So they're relying on people already reading the comics. In other words,
The problem is like there were never previous Batman films, like at least the Ben Affleck version. Like they never set it up. He just appears in this universe.
Even watching the older Batmans, because the older Batmans like or like the older more serious Batmans that like story wise they do kind of like count in terms of like you're not your Batman knowledge, but that's still not enough to give the reason as to why like all of a sudden just Batman just like
Yeah, like
kills Superman.
I mean Ben Affleck's literally like a new version of Batman. Like Chris Nolan's Batman, like that's their own universe. This had nothing to do with whatever DC is doing right now.
oh, I miss that Batman though.
Ah, yeah. Why did he did the Batman voice anyway?
I don't
Where
know.
is he?
I don't know, but I really don't care because his version of Batman was just so good that like I could
On the
overlook
set.
that.
I just think about on set Christian Bale and Christopher Nolan, and then Christian Bale just on set he did it, and Christian Bale's like, no, like I don't want you to do it, but Christian Bale just freaks out like he always do. And then
Well, okay, to be fair to Christian Bale, like he does method acting and like I've seen a video on it and it's just like it's insane what he does to just become a character. So
yeah.
I'm pretty sure if like you spent years, not well maybe not years, but like months upon months trying to become this person and then someone told you you're doing it wrong, you're gonna be pretty pissed about it.
I mean, I don't know like what is actually happening. I'm just guessing because I have no idea why is he doing the voice.
I don't know.
It's cool though.
The Dark
Like
Knight is
those,
probably the best Batman movie though.
I think it is the best superhero film.
Best superhero film?
Yeah,
Like
it's
period?
I so far, yeah. But it's like it's not really a superhero film, like really. It's kind of like a
Better than Spider Verse?
yeah. I mean, it's like there's so many thoughts and there's so many meaning behind the movie.
I agree with that. There is a lot of thought and meaning behind that movie.
Like, like when I go to like Spider Verse and stuff, and I walk out, it's like, oh, that was really fun. It was really entertaining. Everything is great. But like, I don't think about like what is layered underneath the plot, what is layered underneath the character. Like, there's not really much to think about. But you when you try to dissect each character in The Dark Knight, like, there's so many stuff you can talk about. Like the
No,
Joker.
I can agree with that.
Like that is why I love this film so much. A masterpiece.
But
It's,
yeah,
it's probably one of the best films. I'll probably not go that far, but it's like it's up there.
what are your thoughts on it, Aaron?
Mm, eh, Dark Knight, like it's not as like I don't. To me, it doesn't seem as good as like everyone as most other people make it out to seem. But
I mean,
I don't know.
I just kind of like your perspective because you know me and Jed are over here trying to be film students, but you're like you know the actual audience member type of person. So
Yeah, it's like the viewpoint is really
so
You guys are talking about like all these like complicated things where it's like the
yeah
development and like whatnot, and I'm just like, yeah, I
yeah.
liked it.
no, but it does give a an interesting perspective because you know I
Yeah.
think a lot of the time in any time when people talk about movies, especially people who love movies, like, you know, especially if you're going in film school, you just start stroking each other's dicks so fucking hard and you're like and you just keep doing it and you just don't understand the other side because you're like, "Oh my God, why are they such idiotics?" And I feel like that's the same thing for the audience towards the critics where they're like, "Oh, why every person in the audience enjoyed it. Why didn't these fucking critics do?" Like,
Yeah, but I feel like the more you understand film, like you kind of just ask for more
yeah,
eventually.
but you can't expect like the whole
Yeah, like
audience
you're
to do
definitely
that.
not going to expect like the audience to do that. But I think like that's critics' job. Like that's what they do. They have to look deeper
Yeah,
than more
critically at a
the
movie, at the
audience.
story, at like the plot, blah blah.
Yeah.
Because this is what I believe. There should be two different ratings. There should be an entertainment rating and a story rating. And a lot of the times where
You
the
mean like sort of
confusion,
like a technical rating?
yeah, because like
Yeah.
a lot of the times, what I feel like happens is the audience usually rates it on how entertaining it was, and
Yeah.
then the critics rate it on how good the story was, which is like what leads to that disconnect between the audience and the the critics.
I feel like most film lovers, like us, it's kind of like when they rate the film, the movie is like, I personally I kind of combine both. I have to put my entertainment values into my ratings. I don't just give it like, oh, I think this story is really bad, but I'm gonna ignore my entertainment experience and just gonna rate it purely on technical level. Like I think that's a bit cruel
No, but
and
I
it's
I think a
unfair.
lot of reviewers, critics do that. They just go full like technical side. Maybe okay, it's not always
Yeah.
technical, but like the story side. And that's why when I give when someone asks me, do you like a movie, I will usually give them a like I like the story was good, but it was boring, or it was entertaining, but the story was shiza.
The one film I can think about is like Bohemian Rhapsody, the new Queen movie.
I haven't watched it. Have you watched it?
No,
Well, it's fine, but it's like okay, the movie. It's I'm a Queen fan, so every time they sing like all these Queen songs, it just makes me feel so happy. But honestly, technically, this movie is kind of a mess. But it's really, to me personally, it's really entertaining. So I still give it like a 7 out of 10. And my friends are like, "What the fuck? Like, are you dumb?"
No, no, I get it. I get it. I don't know. I just personally like separating both because sometimes you could have like the most amazing story in the world, but it's just boring as hell to watch.
hmm Oh, I don't know. Like, just there are some movies I've seen. Like, if I recommend it to some like someone like Aaron, like they'll be like so bored. Like they'll
Why
be
why why are you
bored.
saying like Aaron? Is it because he's fucking Mexican? No, I'm kidding.
No, it's like just normal audience.
No,
Like,
I get what you mean. I'm just messing with you.
yeah, it's just like if I recommend this film, like Happy as Lazarus. Like I love this film. I think it's just really great. But I understand if I recommend this movie to a normal audience member, they'll be bored out their mind. Like guarantee. Like they'll be so bored.
I mean, we can transition to something like Bird Box. Aaron, you how did you feel about Bird Box? What was your thoughts on it?
dude, I know you're gonna hate on me so much, but I really liked it.
Oh my god.
Okay, this is mine. Like I'm not as harsh as Jed is because I usually try to keep everything in mind. But like I think because I read the screenplay first because I did it for homework for Aaron Sorkin. I read the screenplay and it was so much better. And I can't I can't because there was moments where the people in that house felt like family, and those people, every person in that house in the screenplay got like more screen time without making the screen the time longer. That's what I wanted to say. But I do like the core story where it's like it's a person who wants to be like who has to accept being a mother, but is just conveniently in the middle of fucking monsters that will kill you just by looking at them.
I just feel like it's terribly structured.
I don't know. I again read the screenplay. I really loved it. It felt
Okay,
really strong.
so you said like in the screenplay, like when they're in the house, they're like a family.
It feels very family. Like you
Okay,
feel it.
but like when they translate from script to film, like when I'm watching it, I just feel like everyone's like assholes to each other.
No, no, 100%. Like at first in the screenplay, they are kind of assholes to each other because
Yeah,
why are
but
you gonna trust people you don't know? But it
to
slowly in the
me,
screenplay becomes family.
yeah, but in the movie, it doesn't translate that at all,
They're
and
they're
that
two
is
different they're two different things because I
yeah.
remember uh
I'm just gonna view the movie as the. I'm not gonna. I don't really consider the screenplay as a factor when I think
no,
about
no,
it.
I know that I if I were to rate the movie, I would rate the movie, but I'm just saying like I just don't understand how the screenplay became the movie.
Mm. I just don't find Bird Box entertaining.
I
I
mean, a
just
lot
feel
of
like
people do. We take it. Aaron's probably like not the only one in such a polarizing
okay.
thing.
I want to see like why did Ed like it honestly.
I like it. It's like the journey. How come she went from being like total, just like shut in, who just like absolutely like hated just being with anybody, just barely stand anybody, including her sister, whom she lived with, whom was her like, who was her, I guess, one of her like uh pillars because of like her dad not being the best dad, and then it's like going to being someone who actually cares.
So he likes the core story elements.
Yeah. I didn't feel that at all. They didn't show any of it. Like they kind of show the sister, but it's just like beginning of the movie, and then oh, I'm going to step in front of this truck now. Where?
This is completely like off topic, but I looked at the time, like I glimpsed down at the time. It's 2:03 right now, but like I thought it was 2:03 p.m. I forgot that it's morning right now. So I'm sitting here like, oh shit, it's fucking 2:04 in the fucking morning.
Yeah, we did it, boys. We're taking this to a long run.
I don't know.
Yeah, I just
Good
don't know
morning is a little
how.
bit of a long run.
I don't know how it got so successful.
I think it was just the image of it.
Is it because on Netflix?
No, no. I think it's because of the memes, because like the whole blindfolding
Yeah,
yourself type of thing.
that definitely helped.
Even
Yeah.
I memed about it.
Like okay, like take for example one of the movies that everyone calls shit, even the audience, the reviewers, the Emoji Movie.
OG. I
Yeah,
know.
you sit down and like the only reason that
You
got
watch it.
a lot of money was because for the meme.
I urged myself, so I haven't seen it yet. Like that's the movie I haven't seen. Have you guys all seen it?
No,
What?
the Emoji Movie.
You
Oof, no.
No,
so
I didn't. Like I knew it was bad, and I don't understand why because of the meme you would go watch it. That makes no sense to me.
to me, I understand it just to like poke fun of it, just to see how bad it is. But I can't put myself through it. It looks dreadful. It
Yeah,
looks
but like
absolutely.
you're giving the producers a reason to do a sequel, which they are. It's been
Yeah.
announced.
You're just basically audience are voting with their wallet.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we
Yeah.
live in a world where there's capitalism, and you vote with your wallet. That's what you do. So, I don't understand why would you pay to do this if you don't want to do this type of thing.
It's to me it's just sad like when movies like emoji movies get so much money and like one of my all-time favorite movies Blade Runner 2049 like it's a masterpiece but it made no money. It made no money. I'm so sad. I'm really upset about this.
I mean,
I,
it's always gonna be a thing where you pay with your wallets, and there's a lot of people who do this too, where it's like they say, oh, well, there's no good films that come out anymore, blah blah. But then when it's a good film comes out, no one goes
I
watch
don't
it.
go watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, why are you complaining if you're not even willing to go out and watch it?
It's kind of just the system of Hollywood because
I mean, you can't blame Hollywood for everything. That
yeah,
there's
it's like a really unhealthy cycle eventually.
they're partly to blame, but like we as the audience are partly to blame too. We can't just sit there and be like, oh, Hollywood, Hollywood, Hollywood.
Yeah. Hollywood's not like the only part of the reason. Like audience member play a huge role. Like why we're here now. Especially because all these freaking Disney remakes. Oh, do you guys want to talk about this? Like the
Disney
Disney
remakes? Oh
remakes?
no, fuck. How do you feel, Aaron? Like, how do you feel about Disney remakes?
I mean, if you look at how well Frozen and Moana did, like, what's the point of remaking all of them? Especially when like half of them like, uh, just leave the source material alone.
Oh, like I really agree with that. It's like,
Leave Mary Poppins alone. We don't need an HD freaking Lion King. We especially don't need an HD freaking Aladdin. Freaking, there's no way. There's like just Robin Williams as the genie. There's no way anybody's gonna top it. Especially now,
Will
ugh,
Smith, Blue Will
the
Smith.
memes, the
oh my god,
memes. Ugh.
it just looks god awful. Just looks awful, man. It's just terrible.
Well, I think I know why they're doing it, and it's a thing that I was reading on like a couple months
Oh,
back.
I know exactly why they're doing.
Why? What do you think?
Okay, first, they don't need to write a script. They don't need to work. They basically don't need to write a script. The story is already there, so they basically just copy and paste. So it's really easy. And secondly, like they know people will buy it. They know people will fucking pay tickets to watch this movie just for the nostalgia.
Yeah, you're half correct. Um, so I was reading a thing on this, and I even watched the video on it. But there there's this thing where like generations back then in the
Oh
past
yeah,
used to have like a very defined thing that brought them together. Disco, rock, blah blah blah. When you think of a certain era, you think of a certain thing, right?
yeah, yeah.
But you think of our era, and there isn't any, and
Oh, I can't think of fidget spinners,
Memes,
Tide Pods,
yeah, but like
memes,
what I'm talking about something more
Fortnite.
specific.
memes.
Just saying memes, like you can't make a movie of memes. I'm sorry, but you can't.
Someone's gonna
Someone's gonna make a movie about me.
Oh my god, no, no.
the
Okay,
first season of Tide
but
Pod.
anyways, the point is, they don't have anything that they can specifically market at, so
So they market the old
they
movies.
market nostalgia because that's the only thing that we have in common is nostalgia.
Ah, but it's just like the problem is like the old movies are always going to be there. So if I have like a child, I will never show the new Lion King movie first and then show the original. No, I'll definitely show him the first original and then maybe like a 5% I will show him the new one.
You know what? I just feel like that's a lie because I feel like you would show them the bad movie to be like, this is what you call shit, son.
Yes. No, I'm just gonna show him Garbage Pail Kids and it's like, son, if you ever watch movies like this and I saw you doing it, I will beat you.
I'm disowning you.
Throws you out the fucking window of like a 3-story building.
Uh, just terrible idea. Just so
But like the
dumb.
problem is they're gonna keep making them because people pay enough to
Like what
just go
else they
watch
can
them.
make? They already have Dumbo down. They have Aladdin. They have Lion King. What else is there? Snow
No,
White.
no,
Wait, they already made Snow White.
the other one, most recent one, I think Oprah. That was also a remake.
Oprah.
A Wrinkle in Time. That one was a remake.
That was a remake. Like
Yeah, that
that
was a remake.
movie is really bad. Like I haven't
Yeah,
seen it, but
that was a remake.
audience didn't like it. The critics hated it.
Uh,
Oh, they're making a Mulan movie, which I think it can be good because it's not like a what do you say? Okay, like see in all Lion King is all about lions, and then in Aladdin there's like a genie, but in Mulan it's just human in a war. So I think that can work.
I don't think it
How are
would
they
because
gonna cast Mulan?
I don't think it would because like there's a lot of comedic moments like the soldiers become so strong that like they could just fucking Hulk niggas.
No, like if you took the to just like go to like the actual source material, like the stories in China.
The original Mulan.
Yeah, like if you take it seriously, like you can make it a own film. But if you're just copying the original Mulan into real life,
I mean, Disney, as much as they want to keep everything copyrighted, their whole like thing is that when they first started out, they took things from the public domain and then
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Like the public domain used to be like when the artist passed away, and then Disney tried to keep like the Mickey Mouse or something. They just keep like harassing Congress members to say, "Hey, I want to make
yeah, they
it
keep
extended
extending
to
it.
70
Yeah.
years." Yeah, at one point they have to stop because do they have to? I mean, they can
I
just
mean,
keep
it
writing
it
Congress.
depends on how much power you have, and if you're Disney, you own like half the fucking world at this point.
Yeah.
Disney is too overpowered.
Disney probably owns you for all we fucking know.
Disney is, I think, is a really bad company. Honestly, I really
I don't think
don't.
they're a bad company, because if they were a bad company, they wouldn't have all the money they
No,
have.
it's like is no. It's, I mean, I don't mean like they're bad at what they're doing. Like they're clearly really good. It's like ethically, like all this stuff. I just don't like them.
I think the problem now is that like before when Disney wasn't as big as it is now, they like actually tried and cared for the story. Now it's like whatever they put out is instantly gonna make like a
Yeah.
lot of money. So it's just like why even try?
I mean, that's with any company that gets complacent, like jumping into a couple other industries, but like Intel and the CPU side, like they were so used to no competition that they literally didn't add any cores for like about 6-10 years without doing anything innovative, just slightly better than the last years. Same thing with the like Canon, who right now is like suffering because every other camera company is like trying hard to shove as much features into the cheapest camera they can, and there's Canon's like, well, you're gonna buy it anyway, so let's just fucking make a camera.
Yeah. Sony cameras, like I think they're honestly better than Canon.
I mean, it depends on what you're using. Like, I think Canon will always be king at photos. I don't think you could really beat them at photos just yet. Like, I don't think anytime soon either.
But like, oh my God, the A7R series. Oh, A7
The
III.
A7 series, yeah.
Yeah, like especially A7 III. They haven't even pronounced and they haven't even announced like S and R. Like
They
those
have
cameras are
announced
going to be
R.
amazing. Like they're going to make it, but it's not out yet.
No, there's the Sony A7R3.
Wait, isn't it supposed to be
No,
A7
you
III
usually the
R?
R comes out first, then it's the basic model, and then it's the S.
So is it out already?
Yeah, the R3 is out. Then
How about the S?
the just the 3 came out after that, and then the S is gonna come out.
Yeah, like wait until that come out. It's gonna be great.
It's rumored to be around midway through the year.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna get off this topic because Aaron knows nothing of what we're just saying.
Yeah.
But my point being is like once you get complacent, it's just like someone has to knock you off your ass to do something, because you just sit there and you're like that's fine.
The
That's just
problem is
Disney.
though with Disney, you think anybody has the power to knock Disney off on their ass?
Yes, I
No.
mean, okay, I'm not saying it's gonna be easy. I mean, for going back to these other companies that I'm giving examples of, like AMD, they even when they were in the space back a couple like 10 years ago, when they because they there was a huge gap of when they didn't do anything. Even when they were in the space, they couldn't do shit to Intel. Like, I mean, nothing. The only thing they had was they were cheap, but it was cheap shit. And it wasn't until recently, like 2-3 years ago, where they just could hit it out of the park, and just it took time, it took hard work, it took them sitting down thinking to themselves like, what the fuck do we have to do?
I personally I can't see anyone beating Disney right now. Like Disney own all the biggest
I
cultural
never said
franchise
right
right
now. I
now.
just said it's gonna take a bit, but like I think it's
I don't
possible.
even know. I honestly don't know. I mean, Marvel is like the biggest hit right now. Star Wars is been popular since what, 30 years ago? And then they also own all these child family friendly Disney films. It's like they owned way too many stuff. Like it's just too much power.
And then is there
They
going to be like a
they are
Fox
basically
merger?
the big boss
Yeah,
of Hollywood
there's
right
a
now.
gonna be a Fox merger, but like, I still don't think that they will be, the king forever. Every king falls off their throne at some point. Why did it just end there? I thought someone was gonna throw something. I don't know. I just don't think that anyone could throw them off that easily. But like, I think it's possible.
Connection right now is really bad right now. Okay,
I mean, it's
back
not.
right now. I'm
Yeah,
looking at
you're,
the
you're right. It
Discord
is
thing.
possible for them to get dethroned, but like, it's not.
It's not gonna be easy.
Yeah, I just feel so sad. Just
I think
like
hard is probably going to be like an understatement. And even if they do get to some point in which they can dethrone Disney, what's to say Disney won't just like buy them?
I
like
mean, it
if
just
you
depends on the company. Like, if the company is like, you won't buy me no matter what you do, then
okay,
what are they gonna do? Like, shove more money down your throat until you accept it?
no, like the way I think about it is like the only way to like basically dethrone Disney is to wait until they ran out of ideas. They ran out of things to make a movie.
I mean,
They have to reach that point.
you could almost
There's
say that they're near that. They're doing all these
yeah.
nostalgia polls and stuff like that.
There's not just like the Disney stuff, like Marvel and Star Wars. Like Star Wars franchise, I if they just keep milking this shit and just keep making more and more boring and uninspired Star Wars films, like people are gonna flip.
I
No
mean,
one's gonna
I
keep
think
watching this.
the way you beat Disney is you just have to have that nostalgia wear off.
I feel like it's maybe like a franchise. Maybe
Yeah, but
something
like, a lot of
huge.
the big franchises still exist today, even though a lot of the movies are not that great, is because of nostalgia. Because you see these movies and you think to yourself, "Oh wow, this reminds me of a time when things were easy and I didn't have to fucking pay for bills and shit."
I'm just looking at all these films that is like really worth it. Just getting feel I just feel bad.
I don't know. As someone who is in, learning about the filmmaking world, blah blah blah, this and that, I kind of feel this little shift going on, and I don't know if you feel it too, Jet, but like, I feel like there's a lot of people who just are tired of the same old, same old. They want something new. They're pushing for something new.
Honestly, especially like this year. This year's like a really bad
But you feel it, like, you feel
joke.
the audience is
Like
getting
normally
tired.
every year, like like something we say is like every year is a good year for movies because there's always going to be something great come out each year. But this year, honestly, there's nothing like super good.
To be fair, the year's like barely started.
Yeah,
No, sorry,
February.
not this year, like last year, 2018. I'm saying 2018. Sorry, 2018 so far is like a really weak year for movies.
I don't know.
Like there are definitely good movies, but it's nothing like
It's nothing like it used to be, but I feel it. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me being me or me being weird, but I feel this, like, people just getting tired and just wanting something more.
okay,
Anyways, anyone want to throw a new topic
good.
before I rant about this for 2 hours?
The connection. Like sometimes I can hear you guys and some.
I'm fine over here, so I'm getting all the audio fine. I'm
Yeah,
recording everything you guys are saying fine.
it's just me, huh?
Yeah. Well, I hear Jet like cut out every once in a while.
So it's probably your connection, Jet.
I'm gonna cut off my Wi-Fi and reconnect. Give me a
Okay.
sec.
No. Oh, that means I have to talk.
I mean, Our friendship usually is like me doing 80% of the talking and then you interjecting every 20% of the time.
Oof.
Yeah, but that's usually because I have something to interject. Now it's like so it's like
I mean, I asked if you want to throw in a topic right now that Jed's gone. You can throw out something you want to talk about.
uh oh oh I remember. Have you seen the trailer for Frozen 2?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
What do you think about it?
I think I'm actually gonna like it. I don't know. It has this dark,
Oh.
gritty feel, but I feel like it's gonna be really good.
Oh, I have some thoughts on it. Damn. I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I think it's good. It
The
looks
first
it looks dark and then it's interesting. It as long as it's not a musical.
It's gonna be a musical.
I hope not. Please don't.
they,
Disney,
they
please.
always are, but like there were no words spoken at all in the trailer. Like not a single word. It was
And
just pure just darkness.
and
You
Jed
go from
brought this up too, but
amazing.
like the music for that trailer seemed to be composed just for that trailer.
Yeah. Like they clearly put a lot of effort in this trailer, and I like that. Always good to see people put in effort. Ah,
I mean, what are you guys watching? Like, shows, TV shows, movies. What are you guys watching
ooh. On Netflix,
on anything?
there's okay, like I mean, the main source of shows I watch is all on Netflix, and I've been watching this like Japanese show called Midnight Diner. I finished it like a few days ago. It's really good. It's each episode is a individual story, and then each story is kind of like centered around this uh restaurant that only opens at midnight, and it's really nice. It's a really heartwarming series that I think people should check it out, and it's on Netflix. So
What was it called?
reasons. Midnight Diner.
Can you type that in the chat?
Midnight.
What are you watching? That includes anime, Aaron.
What
What are you watching?
me?
Yeah, like that includes anime.
Uh, other than the Akamega Kill, I'm just trying to catch up on the Flash.
Oh, The Flash. Like which season are you on right now?
The most recent one.
I think I stopped like on season 3. That's it.
First season was good. Second season is like eh. Third season, like I watch it because I really like the Flash, but it's like it has gone downhill.
To me, it's just gone really formulated. It's like, do you guys know what is Ultraman?
I think you've talked to me about it, but you should probably explain it to Aaron.
Isn't
Yeah,
that sort
Ultraman.
of like Japanese like superhero?
Yeah, it's kind of like that. So like every episode follows this formula. Beginning of the episode, there's a kaiju appears and destroying cities, and this team of elite soldiers will like fly planes and attack it, and then the kaiju would disappear, and then the humans are like planning like how to defeat it, and then reappears, and then humans are fighting it, and the humans are dying, and the Ultraman shows up and defeat the kaiju like every episode. Like it feels like that, but for like the Flash. Like eventually,
It's just like the same thing happening, just
yeah.
different like characters.
It just yeah, it just eventually got kind of borne out. I can't believe I didn't finish the Flash, but I think 5 seasons of Arrow.
I haven't watched The
I
Flash, so I can't really add much to this conversation.
Flash is fine. I think it's better than Arrow.
What
I honestly don't know. Like I don't remember much of it.
have you seen Arrow? Arrow's way better than Flash.
Like which part? Like I only seen first right? Like,
You've only seen what
I think I only seen 5 or 4 seasons of it.
of Arrow?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me look at which season is which, because there was I think the fifth season. Which, no, either the fifth or the sixth season was like the really good one.
I don't know when did I stop. I just don't remember anything about it.
Look, the last show I watched was Better Call Saul, and I've been enjoying the fuck out of that, and I'm just waiting for the new season.
I still haven't finished Breaking Bad.
Oh, Jet, you have to. Better Call Saul is so much better.
Uh, I always struggle to finish. It's just so hard for me. But I want to rewatch Game of.
I need to try to watch Game of Thrones.
It's long, but it's so
Just
much.
interest.
Incest.
Just a bunch of incest. Everyone fucks their cousin, uncle.
No, it's only that family though. Like Lannisters, they're the only one who fucks families.
Jet, how do you remember these names? You don't remember any names, but you remember these names. What the fuck?
Tywin Lannister. I remember.
We've been recording for about an hour, by the way.
There's the Stark
No,
family.
we've recorded for an hour now.
Yeah, there's like the Stark family.
We
there's, like,
we know we
the
can bullshit
Lannisters.
enough to do a podcast that no one's gonna listen to.
Yeah, I mean, we should still post it. Who cares?
Oh wait, Dennis,
What?
Look at the group chat. Not JAD, but like the other one that you made.
Which
the
one?
memes I sent.
What the is going on?
There's just so many shit.
Why do I see? I'm not gonna say that while I'm being recorded. Actually,
What?
I'm not.
Wait, which one? Are you at the top or you?
I'm at the top, at the very start of the new messages.
Oh, that one's pretty funny.
You so fucking precious when you
Genghis
smile.
Khan. Genghis Khan. Quit watching. Oh, this is the meaning the ad, right?
Back in
Yeah.
China.
Terrible. I really appreciate that ad.
I hate
I-
when people play that song because that song is so catchy that it just gets stuck in my head. So now I'm gonna be
Radioactive.
dreaming over this fucking song. Thanks,
No.
Aaron.
No, like in the
next
ad.
one.
In
Oh,
the ad
you're
is
so fucking
basically
precious.
this song. Okay.
You're so
Uh,
fucking precious when you smile.
No, like in
Hit
the
it
ad, the
from
guy
the
is trying
back.
to ask a girl out, and then
Wow.
the dude just stops him.
He's not trying to ask her out. He's trying to catcall her.
But okay, like it's just like someone's trying to ask someone out, and then they approaches the girl, and someone just block you.
He's trying to hit on her. The problem is that, like the dude's like no, we don't do that here. Like
But how do you know? Like he's not even talking to her yet. Like there's no way you could have known.
No, there's 100%. Okay, when a guy walks up to a girl he wants to flirt with or do any of that, okay, a lot of guys do this stupid shit.
They
You
express.
can tell 100% that that's the only reason that they're doing this is to get some ass.
Oh god.
Am I wrong? Okay. I'm going on a mini rant here, but like, actually, men can be really stupid when it comes to flirting. Okay, I'm not even
Men
being a
are
little
disgusting.
I can't even be. I'm not even trying to be like feminazi or anything. But like honestly,
Feminazis.
I see my peers do some stupid shit to talk to women.
Peers.
Okay,
Well, I never had that kind of experience.
I don't know. It's because I'm very observant. Like I like to pay attention to everything that's going around me. So I hear and see so many weird things throughout my day, but like I see so many guys hit on girls, and they're just awful at doing what they do, and they act like they're all that. It's like they act like they're being smooth and whatnot, but they're not. They're not. They're just being assholes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If you wouldn't watch movies like at lunch and paid more attention, you would see so much more. Because you're like during lunch, you're literally just like a head of cabbage.
Wait, what?
At lunch,
Yeah.
you don't even talk to like anybody anymore. You just sit there and you just eat lunch. You can
No,
watch.
because like what they're like always taught, just just so much like tiny stuff that really doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah, I know when it comes to like them, but like it's not like they don't want to talk to you or like not like at least have a conversation with you.
Like oh my god, like well, like what? Like when like like they're talking about all those like
All right, obviously not her because like she's like
Okay,
she's got
okay.
her obsessions and stuff.
Kendra is a whole other can of worms that I could complain about. Like, if I recorded this and posted this, I don't even care if you send this to her because I would rant for hours about her because there's so much shit I have to say. Like, she can be a good person. That's not my problem with her. My problem with her is her hypocrite, like her being a hypocrite. Her
hypocritical.
her acting like her thing is always right, even though it makes no sense sometimes, and her need to have dick in her.
Oh, don't put it that way, man.
No, no, no. I'm putting it that way. She can
Oh
come
my
and
god.
fight me over this podcast that no one's gonna watch, but she.
Oh
No,
god.
what's it called? But you can't even get any.
I mean, the thing is, she did, and she got in trouble. Like, okay, I'm not gonna go too deep into the story because it is her personal story, but like, let's say she did some stupid shit with some guy. She came home drunk as fuck after doing this, and she tried to play it off like it was nothing to her mother, even though her mother suspected. And it didn't help that like Zen was tired of covering up for her, so Zen just told her mother the truth, and she got grounded for like a good chunk of time, and now her parents don't really trust her, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But like she has this incessant need ever since she found out Zen wasn't a virgin to not be innocent, and I don't understand that. I really don't.
Yeah, like, to me, it's just like during lunch, I just don't want to really talk about this kind of stuff. It kind of annoys me. Like these are the stuff that pisses me off, and I don't want to be pissed off every day
Yeah, but
because I get pissed off like really easily.
it's not like you have to talk to Kendra. Riam's there. She wants to talk to you.
Oh,
He's
Rian
all-
pisses me off too. Like sometimes it does. Like oh my god.
Okay, I can say I don't know a lot about Rim, but I hear a lot of stupid shit she says, and I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
All right, at least you could answer when like Zen asked about like your day and like what's up and stuff.
I would just say, fuck off. No.
You're like, I'm busy. I need to review this movie.
Oh my god.
I need
I
to let the
movie
world know what I
review.
think.
You know what? We should get a movie that reviews Jet.
Wait, what? Give a movie that reviews me.
Yeah,
Like what does that mean?
I don't know, but we'll figure it out.
Wait, are you guys just gonna give like movies to me so I can review it? Like
No, no,
I
we're
would
gonna give
never.
you a movie that reviews you.
like a movie that reviews me.
Yes.
Documentary.
What kind of movie would that
Record
be?
a whole documentary in his ass.
You guys are just basically looking for a movie that's like explains who I am.
Explains who you are, and then we'll give you a rating at the end.
So you guys are gonna rate me. The movie is going to give me a rating.
Yeah, yeah. At the end of the movie, it's just gonna be
How is
Jet
that
Li the
go-
movie, and then the
How is
whole.
that gonna make it? How is that gonna work?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Three.
Oh my god.
We'll just find places to hide cameras throughout your house and just not tell you.
Oh my god. That's a felony right there.
It's okay. It's okay if you can't prove that I recorded it. It's okay.
If I just took that footage, that's like.
Actually, I could theoretically,
No,
hypothetically, if I ever
no,
do
think
this,
about it.
allegedly, I'm
Fuck
not.
off. No.
This is not my confession to whoever is hearing this in the court of law in the future. But I could theoretically just say someone gave me the footage. That doesn't make me at fault for using the footage.
Fuck off. No.
I mean, if you're using it,
If I'm using it, that I'm actually wouldn't be at fault. The most that could happen is JAD
Thank
saying,
God.
there was no talent release forms. But even then, if he was recorded in just like the streets, that technically doesn't count. So I would only have to take out the part of the video where it's like recording him in his private, like, humble abode type of thing.
Thank God this conversation is totally recorded, Like,
I said to the court of law hearing this in the future, this is not my confession.
but this is evidence. This
Is not evidence. This is a hypothetical that I would never do. If someone else takes an idea from this,
If
that's
someone,
not me.
if,
That's not me.
hey, future listeners, if I die and I found my body on the streets,
Why
you
the
guys
hell would
know
I
who
kill
to
you?
look
Then you
for.
couldn't watch the movie that rated you.
If I die, just so you guys know.
if
Who
you
would
die,
kill you? Like,
then
Who
it's like,
knows-
if you
who
die, I
knows what's
couldn't
gonna happen?
criticize you anymore.
Who knows what's gonna happen?
I would need your life so you could get criticized by the movie, and then you could rate the movie, and then we can make a movie rating you about rating the movie.
Inception.
Fuck. I'm just wondering, like, if someone just randomly clicked this podcast and then listened it, what would they think?
No
I
one's
don't think
gonna
they get this
listen
far.
to it. For like the
Just-
first like 10 minutes of this podcast, it was like, what do we want to talk about?
Yeah.
Maybe if I
Yeah.
cut out the first part of the podcast, then maybe people will listen to it, because then it starts getting interesting, because like we're actually talking about opinions.
But
and
we
stuff.
have to start. But we have to start every podcast with pussy.
Just listen. Let's get a soundboard and just put that's one of the keys. Just
Yeah, just every time.
It's just a soundbite of you
Nothing's
saying it.
happening, and just press the key. Pussy.
then Aaron, you can make a song of him just saying pussy.
Funny thing is, I'm watching a video on music theory right now.
Man, okay, how was your guys' week? I mean, for Jet, I would probably know a little bit more because I see him every fucking day, but I don't know how your week it was.
And half of the classes too.
I went to swim. Swim sucks, but like, oh well. I'll eventually get abs, and then we'll finally be able to finalize the Go Ito.
Good.
For anyone listening to this podcast, which no one is, but just in case if you are, it's an inside joke. Don't try to find out what the inside joke is.
Yeah, I'm not even
Go
part of
Ito.
it.
It's an inside joke.
I only seen 2 movies this week. I don't like that.
Only 2 movies. Only 2 movies.
Only 2.
Is that the most interesting thing? Is that you didn't watch enough movies?
I didn't not watch enough movies. I was gonna watch one today, and then we play a bunch of games.
And apparently podcasted.
Yeah, I saw this Eternal Sunshine. Oh my god, it made me so depressed.
You sound so
Why?
happy about that.
No, I was really depressed. No, I'm not because I saw this yesterday.
No, I know, but you're like, oh my god, it made me so depressed. Yes, fuck yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, I was super depressed. Like after watching that shit.
Nut.
Depression nut.
Yeah, I can't even post a picture of it.
I don't know. My week was my weeks are usually eventful, but I'll mention what happened yesterday. So Jed already knows, but I went out with Paul to record something, and look, I'm not a really religious person, as you probably both know, but I truly believe what happened yesterday was a miracle, because I was there and we went down. I was talking to Paul, blah blah blah. Anyways, once we got there to give this girl this hockey stick, that's signed by every night, like all the nights. She's a
Damn.
Knights fan, and it's signed by every night, and that stick is probably worth more than their house. Uh, what's
Well,
it?
hold up there. I wouldn't go. A hockey stick is worth more than that.
Signed by the original Knights, like the first year Knights. No,
Yeah.
it could be depending on where you auction it. It could be higher price than their house.
Dude, if you just sell it in Las Vegas, it's gonna be insane.
Anyways,
Yeah.
but I was there, and it was funny because right before we got there, Paul was telling me about his grandmother and how it snowed when she died. And the second we got out of the car and started recording, snow started to fall out of the sky. And at first I was like, okay, this is just a coincidence. But then the second we recorded the whole event, which was actually a really pretty event, like I wanted to cry because it was it was really heartwarming. But the second we started to leave, got in the car, it stopped snowing. That seemed too perfect. That seemed too coincidental for me to believe it was just an accident. Call me insane, and you don't have to believe me, but like I think it was a miracle.
Yeah, especially because Las Vegas never snowed.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, by the way, we're in Las Vegas.
I mean no one's listening to it, but yeah, we're in
Yeah, just in case, just in case.
we're in Southern Nevada, Henderson, Las Vegas area. Well, they're in Henderson. I'm down here in Las Vegas.
Bro, you literally could have said just like Southern Nevada. Everyone would have known.
Nigga.
Who will listen
Bruh.
to this?
What if I
Bro,
want to
we
give our
evolved, man.
addresses? My ad don't care.
Yo, we should hashtag like this podcast link to Clark County School District.
Oh,
Why?
thank you for being stupid. If we're actually hashtagging them, thank you for being stupid because like you should have canceled school today when it actually snowed because it was snowing for me out here in Las Vegas, and the buses didn't even come. So like even if I
All the
wanted
bu-
to go to school, I can't.
The bus didn't come.
And then you're canceling school tomorrow, which is forecasted to be sunny. So you're smart.
The
Yeah.
reason they did it though was because of the freaking freezing of the freaking road. So
Yeah,
said
but
that
that doesn't
was-
change that they should have canceled school today.
The funny part is like the school bus didn't even pick you up.
Yeah, the school bus never came. Like even if I didn't wet my feet and like I thought I was gonna get hypothermia, which I was actually close to. Uh, even if I were to go directly to this bus stop and wait there, it would have never came.
That's hilarious. It's basically 3 in the morning, and then we're still doing this pod for no one.
Yeah, for no one. But like I'm enjoying it. I mean, are you
Yeah,
guys
me
enjoying it?
too. I'm having somewhat fun.
How about you, Aaron?
I just wish I could contribute more and that I weren't like falling asleep as we're talking.
See, when I'm talking, especially since like this is a very talk heavy thing, like I'm interested in what's happening. I'm kind of pretty awake right now. The second this podcast goes off and I go to sleep, I'm gonna sleep until like 2 in the afternoon.
Oh, I'm just so happy it's gonna be a long weekend.
Another long weekend after a long weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
And I get a 4-day weekend because the bus never came.
Fuck you! I don't want to listen about it. God damn it.
Or you could be like
So
Liam, you get a
jealous.
4-day weekend because you just don't want to come to school.
Oh my god! Like this morning, when I was waking up, and I in my mind I was like, I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to school. And then when the alarm goes off and I wake up, it's like, ah, shit. I don't feel like shit. I feel perfectly normal. I guess I have to go to school now. And I just dragged my body to school, and I suffered the entire day because I was so tired. And then tomorrow, there's no school. Like, oh my god.
I mean, anyone want to give a one more topic out there, and we'll end off the night with that, I guess.
One more topic.
You know what, Aaron? Throw out a topic that you feel comfortable talking about, because I feel like me and Jet talked about film and stuff like that for a good chunk of time. So if you want to contribute, here's your chance.
Oof. You know what I'm about to say? Chance wasted. It's fine. Go with something else.
Dennis, you throw one because I have been ranting about film pretty long.
Okay. Let
Both of
me
y'all
try
been
to.
ranting about.
Oh, video games. I think we all have a degree in hands in video games. 2018 has been like amazing year for video games, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I have no chance to experience any of it.
I mean, like, okay, I'm gonna be honest, I don't either, and I'm pretty sure Aaron hasn't, but like I watched Let's Plays of like a lot of good games this year.
Yeah, God of War, Spider-Man, Smash Bros. Oof.
Smash, bro.
I mean, okay, what was your guys' more exciting? Like, what was your favorite out of the year that you would like to have, even though we don't?
Smash.
Because, well,
Want
Smash
Smash?
is one, but I would really want Spider-Man.
Oh, I don't know. I'm like God of War, Red Dead Redemption, Spider-Man, Smash. I'm stuck between
Oh,
all of those.
Oh, wait, oh, wait. Why do you like Red Dead Redemption?
Why do I like
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption? Because the story, man. It's such a like. Okay, I can say one thing about Sony's like PlayStation, because I can rant about Sony's fucking weirdness that like in the camera department they're innovating, but like in the console department they're like, you know, being fucking rocks. But without getting into that, Sony's one thing that they have for their console and they could proudly say is cinematic stories for gaming. And that story for Red Dead Redemption 2, oh man, so good. The complexity of each character, even characters that you barely see, that you barely talk to, their complexities in their personalities and stuff like that is so good. And as someone who loves story, it's so good.
I'm a different pager with you. Like, for me, video games, it's really hard for me to soak into a story in a video game for some reason.
For me, story, like no matter what medium it goes through, it's just I love it, and it's why like the simple things like Spider-Man, the story in Spider-Man was so good. And the only reason like Smash is in there is because if I'm being honest, it has a nostalgia feel for me, and it just sounds really fun to play with friends.
I want to play Spider-Man just for the swinging part. Okay, Spider-Man. Like, if I'm gonna be one of a superhero, I'll never pick something like fucking Superman. I'll always pick Spider. Just the fact that you can be that like flexible and swinging and shit. Oh, it's like a dream come true.
Honestly, if I was Spider-Man, like if I'm being honest, I think even if I got all those abilities, I would fuck it up somehow.
I just want to, just
Yeah,
like
I
just
would I would try to web and just like fall like 50 stories down and just
and they
die.
die.
And Tobey
No,
Maguire did that, and so did Tom Holland at one point. They just fall and just have to get back up again.
yeah.
But if I is the
Well,
big dead, I don't think I'm getting back up again.
I remember like one time when I was a kid and I walked in like GameStop or some shit, and they had like the new Spider-Man game, and I tried it, and I was like swinging in the city, and that feeling just always stuck with me. It's like, oh, I wanna find this again. And then now they're making a new game, but I don't have a PS4.
I mean, how about you, Aaron? What game that you look forward to and why?
I would say Smash because God, like Smash is like such a great game. Just the fighting, like even though there's like no story, and the story that they did give was like complete, just so underwhelming. Like they're expecting for it to be better than Brawl story. And Brawl like tried to like connect every series together, even like the ones that weren't like Nintendo only. And then this, it's literally just like just hundreds and hundreds of random battles. Just eh. Other than that, like Smash is really good. And then I wouldn't say Spider Man just because for when I had my Xbox, I played Amazing Spider-Man 2, and like I thought that was all fun and all, but it's basically the same thing, just like better, but like it gets boring after a while. Like you'll finish everything, but then it's like now what?
Yeah.
I think for me, Spider-Man is the story, and I don't know. I'm a big story person. I've always been.
Like to me, okay. I have this bad habit. You guys know, like I'm. It's really hard for me to finish a show. Like I always stuck at the last season, and then just like 10 more episodes, and I will never motivate myself to watch it. It's like that, but it's like for games. I play for a while, but I almost never finish it.
Okay. Here, I'll leave it. I'll ask this question. What game are you looking forward to this year, 2019?
Hollow Knight Silk stream. Oh my god. I love the first one. Like that's the one game I finished. I didn't spend like 50 hours on it.
Aaron?
I don't really know any games up here, so
Okay, you
I
guys are gonna call me a fucking nerd, but I'm so looking forward to the new Pokemon game.
what the fuck?
The new Pokemon game on Switch is
There's gonna be a new one?
yeah. They mentioned it last year with Pokemon Let's Go Eevee
Did
and
it just
Pikachu.
Yeah, like they just made that. What the
No,
fuck?
but those were not core games. They're gonna make a core game Pokemon game, like the actual core game, not just like a kind of Pokemon Go-esque thing.
So they're gonna make
The
all
actual
new
Pokemon game, yeah. Like the
like the
one
new
the
more
one
Pokemons and
that's
stuff?
yeah, the one that's kind of like quote unquote sequel
Yeah.
to the past ones. So the sequel to Sun and Moon, which Sun and Moon I absolutely loved. But man, oh god, I'm so looking forward to playing Pokemon on my television. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. We're looking for two really different things.
I don't.
Oh,
Okay.
Hollow Knight that I was mentioning is on Switch. I will recommend it to you, or just play on PC if you have a controller. It's one of my favorite. It's probably my favorite game.
I don't know. I'm just looking forward to it. Like, I've been always a big Pokemon nerd, and throughout like the Pokemon
Oh,
generations, it got stale after a while, and then X and Y came out, and that was just like so good.
okay.
So I'm
Now I'm gonna throw this bomb in you. Which one? Which Pokemon is the fave?
the my favorite, like absolute.
Yes,
Okay.
Charizard. No.
Oh, okay. Favorite Pokemon?
Yeah.
Hmm, that's interesting. Uh,
Maybe you just say one. I don't even know which one it is.
I mean, my favorite Pokemon before the Alolan forms was Raichu, just because
Right.
I remember as a kid playing the Pokemon Fire Red, and I would catch a Pikachu, and like train it and evolve it into a Raichu, and it was always like I know it's not a good competitive Pokemon, but like it was always something that was strong in my team.
Yeah, yeah. but like all time, like all of them.
That's hard. There's like almost 1,000 Pokemon.
All, I thought like maybe like more than 1,000.
God, I would have to get back to you on that. I would have to genuinely think about it. My brain is mush right now.
But this is like the hash. Like he needs to think about like which one is his favorite. Like it needs to take a while.
I mean, okay, because you have to think. I think the exact number is like 850 something Pokemon.
Uh-huh.
You have to think of all of that, and then like I've played pretty much every game. Uh,
You're going to make a list eventually.
I play pretty much every game. So
Yeah.
there's Pokemons that just hold sentimental values to me because of like I played this game and this is how I played it, and there was this one moment that this happened, blah blah blah, this type of thing.
Do you know like these things that, okay, when I was a kid and me and my friend just plays this kind of stuff, it's like, one person is like explaining the narrative and giving stories, and then the two or more people will be like controlling Pokemons and rock paper scissors to use spells, use abilities and stuff.
The fuck?
No,
No,
like we're
I played
so
the
it's kind
card
of like
game.
it's kind of like D&D, but it's just really normal and easier.
I played the card game like intensely at one point in my life. I still have my original deck in this like Pikachu box.
I don't even know like the rule of the Pokemon.
It's not that complicated, except when it is. But usually if you're just playing casually, it doesn't get too complex. It's just more of like you gotta be a strategy thinker. That's pretty much it.
I think people who play cards, like most Pokemon fans, just collect them.
Oh no, I have a shit ton of cards.
No, like they collect like the rare ones. Like
No,
they
no,
try
no.
to like get
I
all
know what
like
you
the
mean. I know
super
what
rare.
you mean. Actually, I have something that a lot of collectors would love to have is I have the original set of Mewtwo, like the original Mewtwo card,
Oof,
and like
that
in
must worth
pristine
a lot of money.
condition, like it's pretty much brand new.
Damn. There's this
Nice.
YouTuber I like. It's like Maximofo. You guys probably maybe know him. Like he had a channel just for Pokemon cards, and then I seen his like s- collection is like insane.
I used to be a collector, but I'm not.
He always looking for like on those like special edition.
Yeah, like those shinies, the
Yeah,
golden rares or the rainbow rares. Yeah,
stuff I don't understand, but it looks cool.
I don't know.
Like I feel like I'm a really person, but I just don't think I have the ability to spend all that time and money just for something to collect.
I
I
don't
love to
either.
collect something.
I don't
Just
either. The only time I really spent was on that Mewtwo card because I went to an anime convention and they had the original packaging, like it was not opened at all, and it was
yeah.
the original Mewtwo card was in there. You knew it was in there, and that's like the only thing I bought in that convention.
So you never opened it.
Uh, no, I did open it, but I just kind of looked at the card and put it back in, and that's it. Probably lost some of its value, but it's like then again, I'm not gonna sell it.
Yeah. One day it just gone broke. It's like, oh, I guess I have to sell my YouTube card now.
No, no, I have a plan for. Okay, as a kid, I would hear about here's a personal story time, but as a kid,
Story time.
what's it called? I don't know why I had this mentality, but you would hear about coin collectors who would spend like thousands of dollars on a coin.
Yeah.
So I started collecting like random coins that were like special. And I have this World War II coin in my collection. That's it's not worth that much, but what's it called? It's like worth like $5. But that was quote unquote my like plan if I ever needed money was to sell those coins as a kid.
I think that's about it. Like, did we recorded like about
Oh no,
2 hours of stuff?
we have an hour and 34 minutes and counting.
I feel like we can go much longer.
We can.
Yeah,
But
it's
then
just
again,
it's
I
like
think
3
I'm
in the
gonna cut it
morning.
here just because first off it's late.
It's
Yeah.
3 in the morning.
Second off, I want to try to go for the next podcast like actually let Aaron talk.
Oh, I gotta watch all of Aaron Sork tomorrow.
You don't even have to watch movies. It's just that that's kind of where the conversation led. I'm gonna try next time to be more neutral about conversation topics.
Oh,
We all know that's gonna be a lie.
thinking about Aaron Sorkin, fuck.
I heard Aaron Sorkin fuck.
Yeah, me too.
No, I said
Thinking about Aaron Sorkin? Fuck.
no. I'm thinking about Aaron Sorkin, so I just keep thinking about the movie Social Network.
I want to watch the movie. Like I know I've watched it before, but I it was when I was a kid and I don't remember shiza about it.
Okay, we should all watch it, and then we can maybe talk about it.
Is that how we're gonna end these podcasts? Like start with the next like the first topic of the
Maybe.
next
It doesn't.
podcast.
It doesn't have to. Maybe like in the future one day, like when we all seen the film, we can maybe talk about it.
I don't know. I'm just next
Time
time
to
I'm
go
gonna
to
try to
legal
be
websites.
more neutral. Like maybe I'll let Aaron throw out the first thing.
Yeah.
I can't
But-
throw anything.
Okay, but we should talk.
Is it,
Aaron Sorkin is something that we all been studying.
I mean, the only reason Aaron wants to do it is just so he can actually say something to me without like co-write with me without him being completely inept.
Yeah. Well, it's a very very gone.
Are we gonna have some sort of outro?
Outro. Don't do drugs. Stay in school, kids.
Oh yeah.
This reminds me of this weird thing because I'm talking about outros, but like in the Nigga Higga podcast, they do this weird thing where they just breathe into the mic at the end of the podcast.
Just
Yeah, all at the same time. So it's like 1, 2, 3.
We can end this podcast with ASMR.
No. Anyways. What was this podcast called again? JAD? That was the JAD podcast. Thanks for watching if you're watching, even though we're probably no one's listening. That was Aaron's moan. Ladies,
Yeah.
he's single. Come get some Aaron.
Too. Please DM me.
Please DM Sadi-kun. DM him, you lonely son of a bitch.
on Discord.
On Discord, you can see it on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Here I'll show you guys his numbers, so you can.
Oh shit.
Wait.
Yeah, show it. I want all the hot bait. No.
I couldn't. It doesn't show me. It doesn't allow me.
Oh,
You have
damn.
to show it.
Oh, it's SARAI space KUN. What's the number? I can't read. It says 1995. Yep, baby. No.
Oh,
I would
So-
laugh if once this is posted onto YouTube and someone actually like goes onto your Discord and friends you and does this whole thing, and like
No.
you got close to them and then you found out it was a guy the whole time.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
No, it wasn't even a trap. It was just a guy.
It's a catfishing.
Yeah, catfishing. That's the right word.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Oh.
that was a JAD
that was
podcast.
it.
Thank you for watching.